Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Epic Florida Project. I am one of your fantastic hosts, Simon. I am joined with my wonderful buddy, Phil. How's it going, mate?
Hi everyone, sorry about my background. I haven't got it right today, quite frankly. Simon, if you want the
He's
truth,
rocking all over the world.
no, if you want the truth, Simon, I was watching The Incredible Wilsons when you messaged me. That's Gaz from Epic Haunts as well, and I forgot we were recording.
Well, that's what it does. But this is episode 30 of the Epic Florida Project. 30. So if you are watching this on YouTube, can you do us a favour? Can you hit that thumbs up and hit that bell notification and subscribe just to help us out? And if you are listening on any podcast app of choice, leave us a review if you can, or 5 stars, or any way you can. Follow us, subscribe, follow, whatever it is for that podcast app. Shut up, Bill. Anyway, right. Let's get into this episode. Let's go up with the breaking news of today. So this date stamps this episode. Pre-COVID tests are ending on June the 12th for international guests into the USA.
Woo! Yes, absolutely fantastic news.
It's been rumoured for a while, but officially the CDC have announced it's ending at midnight on June the 12th. So you I can't even say that one. You no longer need to get a pre-departure test. See, I made a perfect intro and then I messed it up there.
That's fine, mate. That's fine.
So
it's brilliant news. It's actually quite weird because obviously me and Simon have been talking about it this week privately to each other a lot, like what the hell's going on, why they're taking too long. I did tell you a couple of weeks ago I had an inside source. There was a talk about the end of June, wasn't there?
The thing is, if you look across the globe, COVID is around. It's still going on, but we have to get on with our lives. We've been saying this for quite a few months now, and finally, the US are looking at it because there is some people out there who have done the pre-departure tests. They've gone to Florida. They've had the holidays. They've come back, and then they tested positive when they got home. So, what was the point of having it going if they brought it back with them?
I do want to reiterate to a lot of people though, non-vaccinated is still not allowed.
Right, I've not looked into that bit, so non-vaccinated, which is understandable for a lot of international travel anyway. I think, isn't it? There's not many.
Well, if I go by somewhere, I go Tenerife, Spain, and that. The rules for Spain right now is if you're not vaccinated, you have to do a COVID test, an LFT like 24 hours before, or a PCR 2 days before. I actually thought that's the route America was going to go. They may still get there in a couple of weeks, but they're not there yet.
No. So, but as it stands, it's another expense for your Florida trip that you don't need to spend.
Yeah. So for you,
unfortunately, if you have paid for it, I'm sorry. You could try and get your money back from the company. I don't know if they will. But good luck.
Can I go quickly into a segue here? I've got to tell you a story about work this afternoon. So Simon knows where I work. There's a testing site for COVID for you to get on the planes. Anyway, leaving my office where I work, I was going into the car park. I saw this woman come out and she was huffing and puffing and that. So I presumed she'd failed her test. People, I'm doing this because it's also a lesson to learn from this. Saw the man who runs it there. We know each other quite well. And I said, oh, it's a shame for that lady. She's obviously failed a test. He goes, no, she hasn't. I go, what do you mean? Why is she huffing and puffing and shouting in a car at her husband? He goes, she come in here. First, she refused to let the testing person do it himself. And she said she wanted to do it herself. So eventually, he got an agreement from his boss that was allowed. I'm not going to say company names and that, people. So then she put up her nose. Very, very literally up the nose, literally the rim of the nose. So he said, I can't accept that. She goes, it's not going any further up my nose. She walks out huffing and puffing again, like that. Anyway, I've gone and doing my way, and I've seen the husband come back as I'm walking past, and literally he said, "Can she rub it across her tongue?" I mean, I've never heard about rubbing her tongue. Moral of the story is they finally declined her and said, "No, you can't fly." I personally think she's already done a test at home and had COVID. I've got no proof on this, people. But if you're going to a country what has to have a test, if you don't like, I didn't like them at the back of my throat when they had to do the back of the throats and that as well. I did it for the greater good. Now, I know there's people with disabilities and that who may really have problems. But I'm not even going to sugarcoat. She was a diva. I saw her say to him, "Oh, I'm 42. I bet you couldn't tell I was 42.
Well, we know that what them kind of people are like, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically, that was it. So, yeah, so for people who are fully vaccinated, though, for America, getting back to the story, show your proof that you're vaccinated and no more testing, basically.
Yes. So once you've done your test, which you don't have to do anymore, I don't know why I just said that. I like messing these things up. You can now go to a new Disney store on International Drive.
You
How's that first segue?
Can. The Walt Disney Store and Art Display. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called? Right. I'm going to let you take the role with this one, mate, because I have not even looked at it. I've seen a picture of the outside of it. It looks like a CVS gone wrong. And that's it. That's all I know.
Right, so people, it is the generic Walt Disney Store outside the beautiful sign with the boring blue and two pictures, one side Epcot, one side Magic Kingdom. It's a part of a car park. What Orlando, for some reason, thinks pink's a nice colour. Be what it may. If you're trying to figure out where this is, people, if you know where McDonald's is on International Drive, it's literally right across the road from that, or the Walgreens, what's quite near that as well. It's got, you can't miss it. It's got a massive wraparound LED screen at the top.
Is it the other side of Sand Lake Road, opposite the McDonald's, or the other side of International Drive?
It's still on International Drive. It's going towards the Orlando Eye area, and that with the Rosalind Point and all that lot are. So near Mango's, if you know where Mango's is, nightclub, right next to that. It's
Checkers used to be on that corner.
Yeah, it's right next to Checkers as well. You can't miss it. Yeah. You can't. Simon's not seen the screen like me. You can see a massive LED screen. That is, I'm going to say, beautiful. And there is definitely daytime and night times. You're going to have to get your photo done with that LED screen. I've watched videos inside this store. Now, this is an official Disney store, a Walt Disney World store. So it's not one of the outlets ones. You're paying Disney park prices, and if that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Second thing to me, you can buy park tickets in here as well. Apparently.
Oh, so, that's actually a good idea. That's a good thing, that, because there's not many places you can buy legitimate tickets.
Well, it's better for Disney as well, because Disney get full profits on this. Yeah. Instead of it's got this room, a DVC room. It's like 3 walls, and it's like a 3D room. You can, it's not shown on here, unfortunately. You can walk around and look into the resort if you wanted to buy a DVC. Right. That is good. The stuff in there is obviously good quality stuff, but. Here it comes. It's not as big as I think it should be. There's not much in there either, and it's just a generic looking store. I mean, you could take the Disney stuff out there and put anything in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you not think, I've not looked at anything on it, and obviously if you're looking at it on YouTube, you might be able to see some stuff. Do you not think it's just a testing bed to see if they can get something on International Drive? Because don't forget, Disney is like the Kissimmee area, or Kissimmee, however you want to say it. It's that way. And they've not really got much focus on International Drive. That's usually Universal and the other parks area. And they don't just think they're just testing the water to see if they can get some front on the, especially with Epic Universe opening literally just down the road from where that shop is now. I think it's just a little testing bed to see if they can get some influence of Disney in that area for when Epic comes. But that's just my opinion.
This is what I think. I think it's a glorified DVC store to get people to go DVC and get them away from International Drive and that. They don't want you on International Drive, Disney. They want you
we know that,
right away from. They want you away from there for 2 reasons: the hotels and Universal. Yeah.
We know that, but that's what I'm saying. Is this not just like a little testing bed to try and get entice people to Disney. Because don't forget, there is a lot of people out there who go to Universal and SeaWorld and don't do Disney.
Oh, it's
I was
definitely
one of them
it's
in
a clever
February.
idea. I would say with the
So,
store, it's a little taster to get you down to Disney Springs for a better store. You're not going to find
yeah,
everything in here. It's a good store for International Drive, my personal opinion. That's it. For all I
right.
drive,
Okay.
it's not a great
That's good.
store. Universal wouldn't be worried. I don't think personally though.
No, no. Well, let's segue into Universal. We have our second Halloween Horror Nights house.
We certainly do. I'm just getting into that. And it was obviously the one I didn't think was going to be there.
Yeah, the shape himself, Michael Myers, is returning. The original, based on the original film from 1978. I'm testing my own knowledge. I'm doing this all off the top of my head. This house has been here before, or a similar house in 2014. I didn't see it. I missed it. So this is a bit Halloween Horror Night. The Michael Myers Halloween house is new to me. I know Phil has experienced Halloween 2, was it? At 26?
Yeah, and it was an awesome house.
Yeah. So there's mixed reviews out there. If you want to know our in-depth reviews, go and listen and watch Epic Haunts. We will be recording that soon with Gaz. So if you want to find out our full thoughts
If we
on
let
that,
him out the
listen
basement.
to that one. Yeah, we're still going to let him out.
There's not really much to say about it. Just quickly before we go into main thoughts, 3 seconds, your fault in the house.
I can't wait.
And there we go. I've done it.
Yeah. Well, that's the opinion that's going around, and we'll go into more depth in Epic
Yeah.
Haunts. While we're on to Haunts, we have had a very late announcement from Hallow Scream. Scratch is returning, I believe. That's what she's called.
I think that's what she's called.
Yeah, well, it's a mini promo video of a very. I
thought when they first released it, I thought they found a video of my ex.
Well, I hope Yet doesn't see this. But it's a lady, a seductive lady who looks demonized with very long claws, and it looks like she likes to scratch you. So
she's got find out sort of vampire wolfy teeth as well.
Yeah, I believe was she there last year? I'm not too sure.
Look, why the video's playing it on silent so people can see it. I ain't got a clue because I wanted to do Hallow Screams last year, but we couldn't get there. I kept an eye sort of thing it was, but I didn't do it in depth. But obviously, as we said for people, if you're interested in the Haunts, we are going to go in depth a lot more on Hallow Screams and most other podcasts on Epic Haunts as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just thought I'd give you the update of what's happening in the last few weeks. So that is on its way. If you haven't watched Epic Haunts, you might have not heard that both me and Phil have got our tickets for Hallow Scream.
That's paranormal.
So, and they're still on sale at the moment. They still can get a bit of a discount. So if you want to get your tickets, get them now. Moving on to another one about tickets. Kennedy Space Centre.
Right, I haven't got a video for that, so that will not be coming
across the screen. They won't be watching a video. What it is, Kennedy Space Centre have announced a new 2-day ticket, which will be available starting June the 20th of this year, along with single-day tickets, annual passes, children's, senior, and military tickets will be adjusted. So I just had a quick look through. Single-day tickets are going to be increased to $75 per adult and $65 per children. But on the plus side of that, the pricing for the new 2-day ticket is $89 per person, per adult, and $79 for children. I suppose it's going to be flexible. You can use them up to 6 months from the time of purchase. I don't know whether you've got to have them quite close together for using the first day and the second day, but the way it's worded, I think you can use 1 day and then come back within 6 months to use a second day. But if people are complaining that prices are going up everywhere, this is the first price increase from Kennedy Space Centre since 2018.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
Yeah. So, but if you've got the extra money, there is a new Atlantis annual pass range as well, which you can get for $120 to $149, depending on the person, age, and military discount. Which, if you do get a chance to go there more than twice a year, I would possibly look at getting that annual pass. I know Phil would say no, because that's just Phil doesn't like that kind of thing. But I personally would. So
yeah, people
give you an update on that.
I think I need to explain to people I do have a probably skewed view of Kennedy Space Center. Pretty much, I got drunk the night before we were meant to go. I was up until about 4 in the morning, and then I went with my brother. It was a rainy, thundering day. I was very tired and hungover, so maybe it is a lot better than I remember.
Well, yeah. Well,
I have got some
speaking
news.
of, go on.
I just want to bring up a few things. What's going on iDrive, to tell you the truth, before we
Yeah,
get to
you
the
go,
road.
go ahead. I've only got a couple more bits left now, so you
So
you take the lead,
iDrive.
my mate.
So near across the road from Dockside and that, I'm thinking just past IHOP, we have a new place that I want to try out called Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard. No,
Right.
I've never tried something. They look very interesting. I'm not going to lie. It looks like an interesting thing to try. I mean, Americans, if any of you are listening, John Self, have you heard of Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard? I mean, if I can get the picture, I will have to add that in post credit once I've made all this.
I've heard of frozen yogurt, or yogurt, as the Americans say. It's yogurt. We're English. We said the language first.
Would you like to know some of the combos?
Go on, but I've never heard of frozen custard.
5-layer gelato combos. So A, we've got mango strawberry with vanilla custard. B is mint chocolate. That looks like the cream or ice. That looks like ice cream on top. Chocolate chip with vanilla chocolate custard. C, cotton candy and unicorn with vanilla and twist custard. And then D, we have cherry blue raspberry with vanilla custard and rainbow sprinkles. So what I'll do is, people, I'm going to save this photo to my phone as we speak, and I will have this on the screen so you lot can actually see.
Well, you just said four different flavors there, and they all had vanilla custard. So it sounds to me like it's just ice cream and custard.
Well, that's
all vanilla custard.
Well, there could be other flavors. I do not know. But anyway,
I like banana custard. Ambrosia banana custard's nice.
Here comes a cheap plug, people. I will be vlogging these two things I'm bringing up to you on Epic Phil on YouTube, so go and check me out. I vlog Orlando and Tenerife, quite simple. That's it. Another place has opened on International Drive, what looks quite interesting, right next to Cece's Pizza, is called Sugar Planet. It's a candy shop, a pick and mix, and looks like you can buy some clothes in there. It looks like they've put some of the shop clothes in there as well. You know, you can buy on International Drive as well. You can do ice cream in there and everything. Looks like they've got some sort of M&M wall thing as well. It looks really good. I mean, normally I go to one down the outlets, but if I've got one 5-10 minutes down the road for me, fantastic. I'm probably going to need to go to the dentist while I'm out there.
Well, yeah. Well, the other alternative is obviously Walmart, but it'd be nice to have something on International Drive, easy to get hold of.
It's pick a mix, mate. Come on.
Yeah, but I've got a thing about pick and mix. Yes, there's scoops, and if you do use pick and mix, use the scoops. People, do not use your hands.
Scoop.
I know we're in a situation where everyone uses hand sanitizer, but there is little kids out there and people who don't, and so. That's why I've got to think about pick and mix.
There is a vlogger, I can't say his name, who did a live from Tenerife, and this is why I'm telling you people, always be careful. He was in a restaurant, he went to toilet on his live, and he's in the toilet, he went for a twos, still had the live going, and if you think that's the disgusting part, it ain't. He walked out, still on the live, without washing his hands. So Simon is absolutely correct. There is people out there who are disgusting.
That's disgusting. Yeah. Wash your hands, people. We've had 2 years of washing our hands and sanitizing. Keep doing it.
Well,
there's no excuse not to.
I've had over 40 years of it, mate. I was taught as a child to wash my hands.
You know what I mean? Talk about it's been drilled into you. Keep doing it. Moving away from toilet humor, let's go over to let's go over to the mouse.
What's going on at the mouse?
Because we are talking about toilets. The minivans are returning.
Oh yes, they
June
are.
the 29th, officially being brought back. I believe the base price is $37 per ride now.
How much?
So that is an increase of 37 minimum price. That was an increase of $12 from when they went away. So I believe they are an advantage for when you're in Disney and you want to get from park to park because they get you from door to door. And if you're staying on site, they'll get you to as close to your room as possible. So it's great for accessibility and people who struggle to walk. But $37 base price, it sounds a lot to me
Yeah,
to drive around in a big polka dotted van.
I'm
But
sure our mate Craig Lucas, he'll use them. He's got the money, and if you've got the money to do it, people do it. For God's sake, do
yeah,
it. I mean,
and
I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. If you want to do it, do it.
yeah,
If I had the money, I'd do it.
yeah. So, and if you're wondering how to get the minivans, download the Lyft app, order your Lyft, and it will come up with the option of the minivan.
Yeah.
And the difference between the Lyft taxis or Lyft drivers and the minivan drivers, the minivan drivers are cast members. They are not just regular Lyft people. They know about Disney. They know the ins and outs, and they can give you a bit of a tour and a bit of a guide. So that I think does warrant some of the price because they give you more insight and they'll talk to you as if you're a cast member, rather than being an actual just a plain taxi driver who Joe Blogs picks you up, which is a very UK reference, that really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Joe
Sorry,
Blogs.
Americans again. But I'll tell you one thing as well, people, if you don't know it. If you've got a choice between Uber or Lyft at Disney, generally 99% of the time take Lyft because the Lyft actually have a deal with Disney. So it'll generally be cheaper.
But also look at both. Look
Yeah.
at both because sometimes they both can bounce off each other. You can get a cheaper rate off them both. So with that, I've got one last thing. Have you got anything else?
Or right now at Universal, we've got the Jurassic World donut at what's it called, that place?
Voodoo Donut.
That's the one. There's not much to say about it. It's a donut of the Jurassic World. That's it. Go and get it, people.
Yeah, I think it's just a normal donut with a chocolate donut with a piece of Jurassic Park sugar paper or something symbol on it.
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm just going to go over back. I know we're going back and forth in this episode. Sorry about this, guys, but there's been a lot going on. We're off to Seaworld. We've had a teaser of their new roller coaster for 2023.
Meant to be their biggest.
Using
well,
a hash. Sorry?
Is it going to be their biggest?
I don't think it's going to be their biggest, but it is. The rumours are it's using hashtag High Surf Advisory. The rumour is it's a stand-up roller coaster. So it's going to be a stand-up roller coaster. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's going to be the first one in the US. I don't think it's the first in the US, but it's going to be definitely the first one in the Orlando area. But yeah, it's a B&M Bovel and Movelard, whatever it's called, the company. It's a stand-up roller coaster. I have been on a stand-up roller coaster before. They are clunky, but this was one that was built in the 90s. But they are quite good. It depends on how they do it. It depends because the way they might have it, where it moves a little bit to the left and right for you. But yeah, it's going to be the new roller coaster for 2023. It's being built as we speak. Foundations are going in. It's going to be, I think it's going to be going over the entrance as well. So as you walk into SeaWorld, it's going to be there. And then that'll be the 7th roller coaster, which they're now claiming to be the roller coaster capital of Orlando.
Oh, fantastic! Well, they are, mate. Quite frankly, they are. They may not have the best roller coaster, but they've got the most brilliant roller coasters. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I've got one bit more news.
Go ahead.
I'm going to do this for Kim Black in my Endless Summers unofficial group on Facebook. She's giving you an option, football fans out there. Arsenal versus Chelsea. It's at the Camberwell Stadium on July 23rd. So if you can't go through it, you may have heard of excursions as well. They will be running a special shuttle to watch these two British, well, it's English teams as far as I care. Top London club Chelsea and versus that small London club Arsenal. It's going to be leaving from Murphy's Pub midday. Murphy's Pub is on International Drive. It's actually not that far from Surfside, and that, funny enough. And it'll be leaving at midday, and its return pickup time will be 5:30 p.m. Now, it's for just £55 per person return, and it's a special event. They're throwing in 2 pints at Murphy's too, so you get two free pints with this, $55. Please note, this is a transport only. It does not include tickets to the game. These can be purchased from Ticketmaster. So if you want to go watch two massive English clubs and you're out there this month, go and do it.
So where's the game again? Sorry.
It's at the Camberwell Stadium. The main proper, where WrestleMania was a few years ago. The big stadium,
Oh, so
Sporting Stadium.
so it's in downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
It's not in Orlando City. It's not in Orlando City Stadium. It's
No, it's not.
it's in
No.
the big one.
Yeah, it's in the big
Yeah.
boy.
It's the American Football Stadium. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's name was
Used to be
before.
was it the Circus Ball?
That could be the Circle Bowl, maybe something like
Yeah.
Citrus Bowl, something like that. I don't know.
Citrus Bowl. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The Americans like to change the name, like Newcastle's football
so
club used to change the name.
it's a little tournament in America. English clubs haven't been out there for a few years due to the pandemic. July 23rd, people, you can either go for excursions, get driven down there, or get on Ticketmaster yourself and go and get a ticket for it.
Yeah. So with that, I think we should call it a day for tonight.
Day.
So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening, whichever way you're doing it. If you can, hit that thumbs up and subscribe button and hit that bell, because new episodes are coming out quite often, because we're going to start ramping these up, because we've got a lot of Halloween Horror Nights coming up. We are going to Halloween Horror Nights. So if you want to follow our build up, get yourself over to Instagram, TefPod on Instagram, because I will be doing some reels and some stuff about old towers in the next couple of days. If you want to listen to that, watch that, and follow us on Twitter
At TF Project.
There you go. That's why I help Phil, because I can't remember them all. And if you are listening on your Apple device,
Or
give us a 5-star review if you can. And if you're on Spotify, please follow, subscribe, and hit. I think they have a follow button on that one. So
yeah, and they tell you to like give a review star thing on there or something like that.
yeah, and a feature and there's another feature we've had for a long time. We just keep forgetting to bring it up. If you are on the Anchor app, you can leave us a voice message. It's a 1-minute message. You can just go onto the Anchor app. I don't even think you have to actually have the Anchor app. You can go to Anchor FM, look for the Epic Florida Project, go down to the bottom. You can click voice message, click on it, record a message, send it to us. We'll listen to it. We can even put it on the show. If you want to plug something, there you go.
Yeah, I just want to say as well, people, the Anchor app will try and push you into making your own podcast. You don't have to. You just skip that part, and then you can find them. Just favourite us on there as well, because that probably helps us on their app as well. And as you say, leave us a voice message. Tell us what you're excited about. Tell us when you're going on holiday, and we'll get these voice messages. We'll get them on the show.
Yeah. Ask us a question, because we're always asking, getting asked questions privately on messages, Twitter, which we always keep quiet. We do get them a lot, but we leave them to out there because people don't want things being said on there, so we keep that to one side. But if you want a public question answering, let us know and we'll answer it as the best we can. So once again, I'd say thank you again, and we will see you very soon.
Hang on. Tatty, bye-bye.
There you go.